The deportation controversy involving a Maryland man intensifying. A defiant President Trump, now backed by the president of El Salvador, declaring they will not bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia home.
And this despite a Supreme Court order telling the U.S. to facilitate the return of the wrongly deported man. Tom Fitzgerald live near the White House with the back and forth that continues. So where do we stand now, Fitz?
A busy day here at the White House. President Trump hosting the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. Now, you may have followed this story very closely, and it turns out that in Central America, the Trump administration's closest ally on its immigration enforcement policy right now is El Salvador. But there were no answers today as to whether or not Garcia would ever be returned to the United States. Take a look at this meeting today. This was face-to-face in the Oval Office. We've seen several of these lately. Now, the El Salvadoran president said that he does not believe he has the actual power to send Garcia back. The Trump administration has acknowledged that that deportation was a mistake because Kilmar Garcia had protected status. Ultimately, President Trump says it is up to El Salvador, not the United States, to decide whether or not to send him to the U.S.
We just turned the murder capital of the world into the safest country of the Western Hemisphere, and you want us to go back into the releasing criminals so we can go back to being the murder capital of the world? No, that's not going to happen.
As many as possible. And I just asked the president, you know, it's this massive complex that he built, jail complex. I said, can you build some more of them, please? As many as we can get out of our country.
So what appears to be clear right now is that Kilmar Garcia's status remains in limbo. The United States saying it's up to El Salvador. El Salvador saying that they have no plans to return him to the U.S. While that scene was playing out here at the White House today, out in Greenbelt, Maryland, United States Senator Chris Van Hollen says that he had actually reached out to the Salvadoran president for a face-to-face meeting. He says if he can't get that, he's ready to get on a plane and go to El Salvador himself.
I saw the comments of President Bukele, and I look forward to meeting with him. I've requested to meet with him. I reached out to the ambassador here to ask to meet while he's here.
Now, when pressed on recent court orders indicating that Garcia should be returned to the United States, a trio of the president's top advisors today, Secretary of State Rubio, the Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller all insisted today that in their viewpoint, the United States would not get in the way of a return of Kilmar Garcia, but they are under no order, in their opinion, to make it happen. We're live at the White House tonight. Send it back in.